Hello, my name is Mark Cole. I'm the CEO of Maxwell Leadership, and I'm so excited because today our founder, John C. Maxwell, has recorded a special message for you. I've been working alongside John for over 25 years now, and I can say without a doubt, this message today is one that will empower you like no other John's ever given. Many of you know John Maxwell as the author, the speaker, the mentor, and yes, he is our friend. But did you know that John Maxwell is one of the best business-minded people in the world? My friends, I'm telling you, get all you can from this lesson today. This is going to be the best thing you have heard all year. I know that's a bold statement, but you are here because you have a dream of owning your own business. And I can't think of anyone else better to share with you how to make that dream a reality than John Maxwell. He's, yes, a coach, a speaker, an author, but he's a serial entrepreneur. He's owned and led and continues to lead multi-million-dollar empires. As you learn from John today, he's going to give you an opportunity to become a part of his team of coaches. It is through this opportunity that you can be certified and licensed to use John Maxwell's leadership and his personal growth content to build a business as a professional coach, speaker, or trainer. You, like me, and like so many here today, are here because you want to know how to make your dream of owning your business a reality. And that's exactly what John is going to share with you in this message, the ultimate leadership role, leading your own business. And for those of you who will watch until the very end, at the end of the message today, I'm going to come back after John, and I'm going to share with you how you can see John live in March 2025. And because I just want to give a gift, I have a special bonus for you, a live business building workshop happening in January so that you can start building your business right away. Okay, I'm down with business with John Maxwell. I know you're ready to get down to business. So here is your friend and my friend, John Maxwell.
Hey, my name is John Maxwell, and I'm so delighted to have a few minutes to help you increase your leadership capacity and be more successful. In my book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, I teach the law of the lid, which basically says how well you lead determines how well you succeed. In other words, your capacity to develop yourself as a leader is what's going to develop your capacity to develop a team or an organization or a company. And so when I teach leadership around the world and help people learn how to lead and be more successful in that area, what I've discovered and what I want to share with you today is that there are 3 leads you need to succeed. And I'm going to talk about those 3 leads. I'm going to talk about how you lead yourself, how you lead others, and then how you get paid to lead. Now, if that interests you, if it interests you that I'm going to talk about how do you lead yourself so that you get out of your own way, that you can be successful, and then how do you lead others so that you compound your success, and then when you really do this well, how can you get paid well so that you can make this an incredible career? And I can help you in all 3. Because for over 50 years, this is exactly what I've done. You see, I was in my 20s when I came to the conclusion, everything rises and falls on leadership. That's what has given me the passion to train millions of leaders over my career. Because I know that everything rises and falls on leadership. And that your success with yourself, with your family, with your community, with your team, with your company, is solely reliant on your ability to become a better leader. And I can help you to become a better leader. We can help develop you as a leader. I remember when I was quite young. For Christmas, one of my staff members gave me a book. And as I opened it for Christmas, I looked and the title was so intriguing. It said, The Greatest Story Ever Told. And I thought, oh my gosh, what a book this is going to be, the greatest story ever told. And I opened it up, and much to my surprise, when I opened up the book, the pages had no words on them. The pages were blank. And I looked at my friend and I said, I don't understand. The outside cover says the greatest story ever told, but on the inside, there are no words. And she smiled and she took the book from me and she went to the very front and opened up the inside cover. And she had written a note for me there. And the note basically said, John, your life is before you. You fill up these blank pages with the words that would describe what your dream is, what you want to do with your life, how you want to be successful. She said, you write on those blank pages the greatest story ever told. And the next day on page 1, right at the top of that blank page, the first thing I wrote was, I want to make a difference. And that's all I need to tell you about the book. I did finish writing that book over the next few months, and it was life-changing for me, and I've been trying to write with my life the greatest story ever told ever since. But I want to start with just the phrase, I want to make a difference, because I am betting that you want to make a difference too, that you want to make a positive difference. In fact, the reason you're listening to me right now, taking notes on what I'm saying, leaning in, is because you want to make a positive difference. You want to make your life count. You want your life not only to be successful, I want that for you, but you want your life to be significant. Success is about what you've done for yourself. Significance is what you're able to do for others. I think you want both. I think you want to do well for yourself so that you can live a significant life and do well for other people. But that phrase, I want to make a difference, is filled with one word. And the one word is a life changer. In fact, the one word is what Napoleon Hill said is the starting point of all achievement. In other words, this great successful man said, if you really want to achieve, if you really want to do well in life, I'm going to give you one word, and if you are passionate about it, if you embrace it, if you say, that's me, then trust me, I can help you. I have good news for you today. What I'm going to teach you for these next few minutes will help you make a difference. You see, that one word that's the starting point of all achievement is the word desire. I want to make a difference. I don't think I can make a difference. I don't just hope I can make a difference. I want to make a difference. I was filled with desire to make my life count, to help myself, and then to help others. If that's where you are, let's get started. The first of the 3 leads that you need to succeed is lead yourself. I remember I was teaching on leadership and a college student came up to me at the end of my conversation and said, John, the things that you teach on leadership are amazing. I want to be a leader, but I don't have a team. I don't have an organization. I'm still in college. And he said, where do I start leading? Who do I start leading? And I smiled and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said to him, quite confident, start with yourself. You see, the first person that you should lead is you. In fact, think about it. If you can't lead you successfully, how could you lead someone else successfully? It all begins with me leading me. Life change, transformation, all the things that you want in life don't begin with others, they begin with you. Now, when I lead myself, it's the number one challenge I have. In fact, when people say, what's the most challenging thing that you do in leadership? It's leading John Maxwell. Why? Because if I lead me, I have to be an example for others of what leadership looks like. So it's not me telling you what to do. It's me telling me what I need to do. It's me being the example that you can follow. And for 50 plus years, I've done my best to lead myself well. Why? Because people do what people see. If I'm a good example of personal leadership, I can be a good example to teach you how to lead. But my number one challenge is leading me. It's much easier to tell others what to do than for me to do it myself. But when I think of leading me, myself, it's not only my number one challenge, It's my number one return. I learned that when I would invest in me, then I could invest in others. But the first investment should be in me, not because I'm selfish, but because I realize that I can't give you what I don't have myself. So I have to learn it first to pass it on to you. I have to live it first to pass it on to you. But when I live it, when I learn it, when I practice it, then I can give it to you. If you're on a plane and you're pulling back, usually the flight attendants will begin to give you some safety precautions and advice. One of the things they will say to you is that in case of an emergency, if the oxygen mask comes down, put the oxygen mask on yourself first. If you have a child with you or an elderly person, take care of yourself first, and then take care of the child and take care of the elderly person. Now, that sounds very selfish, doesn't it? I mean, take care of me. Shouldn't I take care of my child or the elderly person first? No, because what they know is that if I'm taken care of, then I have the oxygen and ability to take care of everyone else. But I can't take care of others if I haven't taken care of myself. So what am I saying in the value of leading yourself? Well, I'm saying a couple of things. One is bet on yourself. When I talk about investing in you, I'm saying bet on yourself. The first money that you should spend for improvement is to improve you so that you can improve others. In fact, let me read this to you because this is huge. What we accomplish in life is not based on what we want, but how much we want it. So when I ask people what do they want in life, sometimes they can very quickly give me their dream, but then I want to ask them, are you willing to pay for it? How much do you want it? That's the key. It's like the fellow who came up to me one day and said, I would like to do what you do. Well, of course he would. I teach leadership to millions of people. I sell millions of leadership books. I'm known as the number one leadership expert in the world. Of course he would like to do what I do, but I ask him a question that I ask you now. The question is, do you want to do what I do? The question is, would you like to do what I did so you can do what I do now? You see, before I became a, quote, star, before I became a leadership expert, before I got to the top of the leadership world, I had to climb there. I had to work for it. Everything worthwhile is uphill. So when people see me today, of course they want to do what I do, but the question for you is, would you like to do what I did so that you can do what I do? You have to do the did before you do the do. The did is hard work. The did is sacrifice. The did is making sure that you do it with excellence. The did is all uphill. See, at the top of the hill is the do, but you got to climb the hill to get there. Wow. I remember when I had to buy my first personal growth kit because I didn't know how to do a personal growth plan. I remember the cost. It was $795. My gosh, that was 1 month's salary to me back in 1972. It was a lot of money. Margaret and I didn't have that much money. We had to save up that money for 6 months before I could get that kit. But there was a day when I bought that kit. There was a day when I invested in John Maxwell. There was a day when I said, here's the money. I'm passionate. I want to learn. Now, if you came to my home office and you sat at the desk where I write million sellers, if you look to the left about 10 feet, you would see that kit. And I keep it visually in front of me because that was my first investment in me. It was the first time I decided to lead myself. And it represented a whole month's salary. But it's returned millions of dollars to me. It was one of the best investments I ever made. And it was an investment in me. In fact, let me just say this. If you don't get what you want out of life, I mean, when I say, what do you want out of life? What's your dream? If you don't get what you want out of life, it's a sign either that you did not seriously want it or that you tried to bargain over the price. One of those two things happen. If you're not getting what you want, if you're not receiving your dream, it's either your want, your desire isn't great enough, or somehow you're trying to get what you want cheaply, quickly, without really paying the price. You see, price separates the players from the pretenders. You never know how committed the people are to your team until they have to pay a price. I mean, it's easy to be a believer in a dream. It's much more difficult to be a buyer in the dream. And the people that receive the dream aren't the people that believe big, they're the people that buy big. So, if you want to lead yourself, you got to bet on yourself. And secondly, you need to go where great people go. Birds of a feather flock together. This is what I call the power of proximity. You need to be with a group of people that have the same passion for success and significance that you have. You need to be with a group of people who have paid the same price that you've paid, that have that same desire that you have to achieve. One of my early mentors, when I started off in leadership, taught me what he called the hot poker principle. And the hot poker principle is if you have a fire in the fireplace and the poker that you use to move the logs, if you put that poker right by the fire, it stays hot because it's close to the heat. You remove the poker from the fire and put it somewhere else, it gets cold very quickly because it's not close enough to where the heat is. To succeed like I'm talking about for you and to live a significant life, you have to have the power of proximity. We have to get you close to where the hot ones are, where the fire is, where you can feel it, where you can catch it. My friend Jim Collins talks about who luck, because who you know determines how successful you be. That's why I teach my coaches all the time to ask a question. Who do you know that I should know? Listen to me carefully. You need to be a John Maxwell coach. Because when you are, you'll be in a group of people just like you. They're hot. They're passionate. They're desiring to make a difference. You need to be with us and among us and close to us, doing what we do. That's where you're going to find the people that'll give you the hulak and make the huge difference in your life. So, lead yourself. Step one. The 3 leads that you need to succeed, lead yourself. 1. Now let's talk about leading others. And your credibility of leading others is the fact that you've led yourself well. Led yourself so well that you should be and can be successful yourself. So how do you lead others? Well, it's very simple. You lead others by betting on others, by saying, I'm going to give others a chance. I was 65 when I decided to start the John Maxwell Coaching Company. Why did I wait so long? Because really, I was credible as a leader much younger, but at 65, I was willing now to give you something that you can't have unless I give it to you. I decided that I would start a coaching company. And with that, I would give the coaches my name. I would give them my experience. I would give them my credibility. I would give them my coaching. I would give them my advice as the #1 leadership expert in the world. I wrote a book called High Road Leaders and how they live by a bigger picture. And I have a big picture for you. I see more for you than you see for yourself, and I see before for you more than you see for yourself. In other words, I see a bigger picture and I even see it more quickly. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just close your eyes, and I want you to envision yourself 5 years from now. How do you see yourself? Do you see a big picture of who you are and what you can accomplish? You see, the reason I'm asking you to do that was when I was young, your age, I had a mentor have me close my eyes and said, what is the picture that you see for yourself? And I shared with them how I saw myself in 5 years, how I saw myself in 10 years. And I'll never forget, he looked at me and he said, I see a bigger picture for you than you see for yourself. And he sat down and he showed me the picture much bigger than I had of who I could become. It was life-changing. He enlarged myself in the picture that I saw myself in. We can do that for you. You know, if I had a genie wish, what I would wish is that you could have seen me 30 years ago, that you could have watched me 30 years ago. You see, I didn't start off big. I started off small. I started off small as far as what I had accomplished, but my desire, my passion was big. And I started my journey. But if you had seen me 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you wouldn't have seen greatness. You would have seen a kid that just was passionate about making a difference with people, and I was starting off step by step. That's what you would have seen. Wow. The reason I wish that you could see yourself as I see you is if you did, you would quickly join our company. Because when people see a bigger picture of you than you see for themselves, they have a better picture of you than you have for yourself. My bigger picture of who you can be is a better picture of who you can become. I want more for you than I want from you. And again, that's why I want you to be in the John Maxwell Company. I'm willing to give you my name. I'm willing to give you my credibility. I'm willing to give you my experiences. I'm willing to give you my context. I'm willing to give you everything I have so that it can help you on the journey. So how can you enlarge your picture? Just walk with me. I'll enlarge it for you. I'm a lid lifter. I have become very successful helping people become very successful. And I can help you become very successful. I know I can. Why? Because I have literally helped millions of people enlarge their lives and do better than they ever thought that they could do in their life. So I want you just to walk with me. I want that power proximity with you. And secondly, I really want you to join our coaching company. Now, there is no success without action. So you can say, boy, I'd sure like to join this company, and I've thought about joining it. And you know what? It's my intention someday to join it. Let me tell you something. Good intentions are worthless. Nobody was ever helped by good intentions. You have never succeeded by intending to do something that you never did. Good intentions need to be turned into good actions. In other words, what I intend to do, I need to act upon it, because action begins the steps to success. And the first step to success is your most important step, and that is, I'm going to join the company. Let me explain to you the return I have for you if you become part of our organization. I just received this note 3 days ago. I was doing a coaching conference, helping my coaches, and it's from a person named Wes. He's a doctor. When he came to me, he was just a family doctor. Let me share with you how he's grown, how he's developed since he's been part of our team. Here's how his note started. John, how can I thank you for all that you've done for me? When I joined your team, we had 7 employees. Today, we have 700. When I joined your team, my brother and I were the only doctors, and today we have 90 doctors work for us. We had 1 small clinic. Today we have 14 facilities. When we came to you, we had no leaders. Today we have 80. My income when I came to you was the salary of a family doctor. Today we make millions of dollars. I'm so glad that I joined your team. Thank you. Wow. That's why I do what I do. I'm 77. The only reason I'm in this game is to add value to you. I've already tasted success. I already have experienced a great amount of significance. I've already run this incredible, fulfilling journey, but I want to do it for you. I want you to run with me. I want you to stand on my shoulders. I want to increase your net worth and your self-worth. I want to every day add value to you. And the only way I can do that is for you to join me. I need you to be a part of the John Maxwell team. Now, I shared with you there are 3 leads that you need for success. You need to lead yourself, you need to lead others, and then here's the biggie. Once you do those 2 things well, you need to get paid to lead. You see, when you lead yourself, you bet on yourself. When you lead others, you bet on others. But when you get paid to lead, guess what? Now others are betting on you. In other words, they're saying, you're worth the money, you're worth the investment because I see how successful you have become. Remember I said earlier, I wish you could have seen me when I started? Well, when I started leading by a profession and career, I made $100 a day. That was back in 1978, $100 a day. And back then I thought, oh my gosh, $100 a day, that's huge. I'm doing great. Well, I was doing great. That's where I started. Today, $100,000 a day. There's a big difference between 100 a day and 100,000 a day. Now, what happened is this. I became successful. I began to live a life of significance. And other people said, we want to hear you speak. We'll be willing to pay you. Back in 1979, I had written 1 book. I got no money for the book. They published it for me, so that was nice, but there was no financial return. In 1978, I wrote 1 book with no money. Today, I've written 90 books and received $38 million. There's a big difference. How did this happen? How did I get paid to lead? 1, I invested in myself. I've already told you, I invested in that personal growth kit. It was 1 month's salary. I started by saying, wow, I don't have a lot of money, but I've got to put some money on the line for me. I bet on myself. I invested in me. Number 2, I produced results. The action I took attracted people, opportunities, business, and money to me. And pretty soon, because I was stepping, moving, taking action, I got good. And when I got good, then the money started to come. Thirdly, I kept improving. In fact, I've never stopped growing. I've never stopped improving. I'm still learning. I'm still every day getting better. And what I realize is that my best today can become better tomorrow, improve tomorrow, because I'm still growing. Fourthly, I placed myself in a good place. Where did I place myself? I placed myself with people that were bigger than me. I had bigger people around me, which gave me a bigger platform, which gave me a bigger payday. That's what I want you to do. I want you to put yourself in position to win. How do you do that? Luck. Big people make you bigger. Once you find them, join them, become a part of them, that's what I want for you. That's what I did. That's why I want you in the coaching business. I've got a bigger place and a better place for you. Finally, I've been consistent. Yeah, consistency compounds. And for 50 years, I've been doing leadership, learning, growing, practicing, helping others, and every day I get better because I grow. You see, the only guarantee that your success tomorrow will come to you is that you're growing right now. And the only way that you can grow right now is to be in an environment of people like we have in our coaching company that allows people to grow. I close with this story. When I was 26, I heard Earl Nightingale say that if I spent 1 hour a day every day on the same subject for 5 years, I could become an expert on the subject. I had fallen in love with leadership. I was a young leader, didn't know how to lead well, but I decided to consider and take up Earl Nightingale's proposition that if I spent 1 hour a day every day on the subject of leadership in 5 years, I could become an expert, and that's exactly where I started. And every day, I spent an hour on leadership, asking leadership questions, practicing leadership, talking to leaders, having leadership experiences, leadership every day. And because he said 5 years, every day I was saying, well, now how long will this take? Well, one day's done. How long will it take? How long will it take? How long will it take? Every day for 2.5 years, I asked the question, how long will it take? He said 5 years. I could hardly wait to get to that 5 years. But one day, I stopped asking myself the question, how long will it take? Now, why did I stop asking that question? Because I was practicing leadership and I was growing and I was consistent. And every day I was living a life of a leader and I was beginning to develop influence and people were beginning to follow me and people were beginning to join my team. And by the time I was 28, I had the 10th largest nonprofit organization in America. I was becoming a leader. Now, the moment that you start growing as a leader, influencing people, attracting people, and being successful, you'll stop asking the question, how long will it take? Because now you're enjoying the success of the process. I've never asked the question, how long will it take? For over 50 years. Because I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still increasing my influence, and I'm just getting better. In fact, I stopped asking the question, how long it will take, and I started asking this question that I'm still asking today. How far can I go? I don't know. I've not reached my potential yet. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. And I'm not only asking that question for myself, I'm asking that question now for you. How far can you go? I don't know. I do know this. I see a bigger picture for you than you see. So I think you can go farther than you can go. At least that you think you can go. And I think you can get bigger. I think you can get better. I think you can be more significant. I think you can have much more significance. I don't know how far you can go, but I do know this. For you to go far, you have to make a decision. You have to take action. To go far, you have to hang with people that are traveling the high road, that are continually growing, that are continually succeeding. You need that power of proximity. And I know how to do that for you. It has been my pleasure to literally have coaches that I've led be very successful in life. Tens of thousands of coaches. And I'm watching them improve their life, succeed, and grow. And it gives me my greatest joy. Your success will give me greater joy than my success. I've already had success. Your significance will give me greater joy than mine. So give me greater joy. Partner with us. Join our team. Become a John Maxwell coach. Trust me. After a year or two, you'll thank me. You'll say it was one of the greatest decisions that you ever made. Why? Because when you join the team, you learn to lead yourself, you learn to lead others, and you'll get paid to lead. That's a pretty good deal. I'm offering it to you right now. Don't delay. Take up the offer. Take action. I hope to see you soon in a training exercise. Hope to be able to look at you and point to you and say, hey, that's a John Maxwell coach. Those are one of my kids. Those are one of the people that I'm pouring my life in to help them succeed in life. So as I close out, take action. And remember one more thing, would you please? My name is John, and I'm your friend. Thank you very much.
I hate to be that guy, but I told you, didn't I? I knew this was going to be one of the best lessons you could learn from John Maxwell all year. How to lead yourself, how to lead others, and how to get paid to lead. That's wisdom from John Maxwell, and he's a business leader that I've had the honor of serving alongside of him for over 2 decades. And because of his mentorship in my life, I'm now leading the Maxwell Leadership Enterprise, the company that has been built on the legacy of John Maxwell, the #1 leadership authority in the world. When John Maxwell talks about being successful in business, I literally take notes. I jot down what he's saying because even though I get to work right beside him every day, I'm constantly learning how to be a great business leader myself. So I just have a question for you. Are you ready to join our team, John Maxwell's team of leaders, to own your own business as a certified coach, speaker, or trainer? I know you might be saying, Mark, how do I do that? Well, I want to take just a few minutes of your time and I want to share more about John Maxwell's team. The Maxwell Leadership Certified Team is a team of over 57,000 professional speakers, coaches, and trainers in over 160 countries. Our certification program gives over 40 hours of training on how to be a professional coach, a professional speaker, a professional trainer. Once you learn the curriculum and you pass the final assessment, we issue you an official certificate of achievement certifying you as our newest Maxwell team member. You can then use the certification to build your own coaching, speaking, and training business. The certification curriculum is delivered online on our professional learning management system. We call it our online platform. Each lesson is delivered in an instructor-led video format. You can access the learning platform 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, allowing you to learn, to grow, to increase your influence at your own pace. This means you get to complete the certification as quickly as your pace can handle. We give you live support so you can reach out to a faculty member at any time during your training. And let me tell you what's unique about the Maxwell certification. You will not find this anywhere else. We give you pre-branded materials on John's best-selling leadership and professional growth resources. This is so that you can literally print them out and share them via email with your clients, with your network, and be up and running your business within days of enrolling in the program. Yeah, I said days, not weeks, not months, not years, literally days. You get custom branded coaching guides, custom branded training guides, and we even provide custom branded PowerPoint presentation slides and word for word scripts that you can use right out of the box. And as if that's not enough, we give you scripts, proposals, marketing tools that help you find your first clients in our sales training program. I know you're asking the question, okay, this sounds too good to be true. This is too easy. So what's the catch? How do I join? It really is simple. Just go to ileadlikejohn.com. That's the letter I, leadlikejohn.com. And you get access to literally everything I just shared to you and so much more when you join John's team today. When you get to the page ileadlikejohn.com, take a moment to review what's in store for you, how we will help you, how you will become one of our incredible John Maxwell certified team members. Towards the bottom of the page, you'll see a very special bonus. When you join the certified team today, you will get access to attend the upcoming International Maxwell Conference. By the way, inside term, it's called IMC, the International Maxwell Conference in March 2025 virtually. The IMC is your opportunity to get a front row seat to 3 days of inspiring messages and training from John Maxwell himself and our multiple esteemed mentors and guest speakers designed to help you make the most of this journey. You'll be together with over 2,000 of our other certified team members as we celebrate you becoming our newest team member. We believe being a new team member is a big deal. We want to recognize you and your accomplishments. So your virtual IMC ticket is included when you enroll and join the team today. Once again, everything I've just shared with you is at ileadwithjohn.com. Now, one more thing I got to tell you, it's a bonus it's not on that page. And this is really only because of the special bonus of this moment with this session we're having now. And we're doing that because you watched today. We want to get your business up and running as quickly as possible. We are now holding a live business building workshop on Saturday, January the 18th. We are calling it the Jumpstart Your Coaching and Speaking Business. During this workshop, members of our team will be online for 3 hours to show you the exact steps that you need to take and that you need to begin to apply to get your business started. We'll walk through things like finding your first clients and how to get booked as a coach, speaker, or trainer, creating proposals and pricing your services, how to set up your business systems for sales, for marketing, and for operations. We'll give you a way to go ahead and set up business goals and metrics that you want to accomplish in your first year and in the years afterwards. We'll also have a time of Q&A where you can ask questions of men and women that have gone before you in building their coaching speaking business. There's so much more we offer. We promise by the end of the workshop, you'll be equipped to start earning an income right away. Again, that workshop is happening on January the 18th. And as soon as you enrolled, you'll get an invitation with all those details. I cannot wait to welcome you to the team. It's going to be my absolute pleasure to see your name come across my desk as one of the people who joined the team. In fact, if you'll join the next few days, I will personally show John your name and tell him it was because of his message today that you decided to take advantage of the opportunity to be one of his coaches. Again, go to ileadlikejohn.com and click the button to become a certified team member. I promise you, if your New Year's resolution is to start your own business, today is your chance to make your dream a reality. My friends, I've enjoyed our time together. I hope you have. I've learned. I hope you have. I've benefited from our time together today. I hope that we've added value to you as well. Remember, the only way for tomorrow to get better is for you to make the most of today. I look forward to seeing you on the team.